Good morning from Peru. They woke us up at 6. Had a really good night's sleep. Now we just gotta pack everything up and get ready for a big day. Morning, friends. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I do a lot of backpacking trips. This particular one happens to be in Peru. So if you like backpacking, you like some travel stuff, just outdoor stuff, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos that drop. Hit the bell notification, all that stuff. But today we are on day 3 of the Inca trail hike leading to Machu Picchu. The first 2 days were pretty good, especially yesterday. Yesterday was very, very challenging. If you want to see the first 2 days of this trip, be sure to click the link down in the video description so you can see the first part. But today is the big mile day, 12 miles. And the first section of it is up a mountain because we have to go through the 3rd pass. So it's gonna be long. And I only have one trekking pole because the other one broke. Thanks for coming along. Key thing about these kinds of treks, especially at these elevations. Right now we're at 3,600 meters, which is pretty high. And then you start climbing right away in the morning. You gotta slowly work your way into it. The pass is at 3,950 meters. And the air is thin. So you gotta work your way into it, warm up the legs, warm up the lungs. And don't be ashamed of going super slow. Just keep moving. Only been walking for a few minutes, but you can see camp is way down there. So you climb fast because it's steep.
This entrance is for Peruvian people.
I see. Give you a little context where we've been so far. So we've already been over one mountain, okay? Actually, this mountain right here, we went up and over it and came over this pass yesterday. Came all the way down there. You can't see it, but way down the bottom. And then of course back up this side to where we are now. And I keep saying it, camera doesn't do it justice, but that's far, man. Trail update. About 3/4 of the way to the top, and there are definitely some steep sections. Sun went behind the clouds because we're actually kind of in the clouds, so it's nice and cool. But I'm sweating like crazy. Finally shed my hoodie, but I will say that hoodie regulates temperature pretty well. And once we get to the pass and down the other side, we descend into a jungle. A lot of vegetation, a lot of different climate, different bugs, different birds, and mosquitoes. Here we are. The first pass of the day. This is the meeting point. Everyone high-fiving. It's a challenge. Okay. All right, here we go. Hey man, I don't know what it is. I have to buy some. But it opens up everything. I mean, all the way up into your brain. that first inhale.
Yes, yes.
All right, break time over. Whenever you stop, eat something. The calories that you burn, literally by hiking and the altitude, you burn like crazy. Up your carb intake a lot. Snack, candies, fruits, all of that stuff. Because you run into a calorie deficit, you're in trouble up here. And in water as well. Yeah, so I always have one water and one drink mix. That's how we do. Hour and a half to lunch. And let's get a view of the other side of a mountain. Because we're legit climbing mountains. Here we go. Want to see something cool? Check this out. Little hiking tip 101 for downhills and massive downhills like we're doing. Obviously, you have to pay attention to every single step. You can't walk and look, right? You have to watch your feet. Whenever you're stepping down, land on the balls of your feet, like on your toes. You do not want to land on your heels. You do not want to land flat-footed. That can very, very easily promote a tumble. Because when you land on your toes, that provides a big shock absorption from your ankles, your Achilles tendons, your calves. That's all alleviating shock from your joints. Because the downhills, your ankles, knees, hips, all those joints are taking a pounding, especially with a heavy pack. I'm fortunate enough to where my pack is like 5 pounds or something. But I do weigh 210, so pro tip. We've passed a lot of people on the downhill. We're just starting to get into the jungle, into the next climate. And we'll see more vegetation, more coverage from the sun, even though the sun's being blocked by clouds. But the Andes Mountains are so diverse. Different climates, microclimates, rainforests. I mean, the Amazon is like right over there or something. So that's crazy, right? And today we'll see orchids. We'll see, well, pumas are down in this area. They are here. No one ever sees them. Maybe we'll see a puma. I don't know. Other kind of birds. Toucans, crazy tropical looking birds. We've been hiking in and around, a bunch of different expedition groups, ranging from 2, like us, all the way up to, I think 15 or 16 is the max, so large groups. Now, there's good and bad to having a large group and having a small group. A large group, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of camaraderie, you can share your experiences of the trail and just learn about different people, which I actually like. But the downside of that is there's all different range of hiking levels. There's going to be someone really, really slow, there's going to be someone really, really fast, and then, the porters and the guide have to account for that wide array of ability ranges. When you're in a small group like this, like we're the smallest group there is, there's only 2. But it's a lot more personal. We get more one-on-one attention from the guide. We get all the time we want. We get the quiet moments. Right now, there's nobody here, right? I mean, we left like 40 people up there because we're just crushing downhill right now. Frank, do you like big groups or small groups?
Small groups, small, say 5, average, maybe maximum, maybe 8 people. No? That's by small, it's better way to work and to watch everybody. Because when the group is too large, it's hard to watch everybody.
We're headed to this Inca site here. We'll go down, it's 95 steps up. And as we come down, we're gonna come down the valley. And then there's another site that we'll pass by right there. And then up to a little village right up there where there's restrooms. The first actual restrooms on this side, which I need right now. Past a couple of park rangers. They just kind of patrol up and down the hill, you know, just patrolling to make sure, you know, everyone's okay. If there's any medical attention, because they can radio down to different sections. Because it's easy, really easy to twist an ankle or something out here. And these guys work 21 days on and 10 days off.
Have to go about 2 more hours for lunch.
Okay, 95 steps straight up. This is no joke. Yeah. Some people dropping their packs halfway.
Yes, someone.
All right, and we're up.
Okay, well, one other thing, guys. What's that?
Where's your group?
So that is another Inca engineering systems, not, and there is also drainage systems in this area. But very amazing that here on
There are these water channels that filter and guide water down from the mountain, and it brings water throughout this whole little village. Very smart, very genius. And those water channels run into little basins like this. Comes right out of this hole, fills this up, and it's constant water. You know, when it's raining, of course.
back in the Inca time, people were very small, not very tall. So that the women were like a 1.50 meters, and for men was a 1.58 or 1.60 meters. So that I am 1.62, so pretty much they were almost my size. No? So that's why all the living room houses around the Inca cities are very small. Actually. So that we are going to show you this example of these living room houses. Thank you. So this is the example that we can tell that the people were really short back in the Inca's time. So this is the room or the area where they live. For sure, they have the feather of the llamas, alpacas. So it was to put on the grounds and they sleep over. And they also made their own blankets that because they have alpaca in the Inca's times, and they were women, experts, weavers making these textiles and blankets and clothes as well. No? And then here on the top is that they cross a wood, and between the wood, so they put probably the sand and plants. And so that was the second level. But to get to the second level, so they didn't have a stair inside the house. No? So the stair, it was around the house, and they used that entrance over there on the top. Now that was the entrance. And this house, it was more or less in this triangle shape, and it was with thatcher roof, no? So each side. So, and these little holes here, these ones, so it was especially to storage clothes. It was to storage cups, spoons, or so all the domestic stuff of the families, no? Because in the Inca's time, they didn't have furniture. So in this village, there were 17 living room houses. So this is part of them, you know? Some of them it was also with the second floors. So actually that the second floor it was to storage food, no? Potatoes, corn, quinoa, meat, and kiwicha, chilies, tomatoes. So that was the purpose of the second floor. No? So that's we have these little holes here. Also, there's another ones. So that this one, it was a systems to tight the windows. So no hinge. So they
Interesting.
tight with the wood windows. And so this rope here, these ones, and there was another one on the top. So this it was the system to tie the wood and for the structure and the thatch roofs over these woods.
We've passed a lot of groups on the way down. Then as we spent time at that site, a lot of them caught up. But as we descend, you can see where we are. A lot of moss-covered trees, there's bamboo in here. So we're in the jungle. And it's nice and cool in here. I like it. A lot of outfits hold their lunch here. And you can see, I mean, they set up everything. Hot lunches. It's amazing. The one thing you should know about the eating schedules here in Peru, big breakfasts, big lunches, small dinners. That's how they do it. I eat big every time. And snacks. And then after dinner snacks, after breakfast snacks, after lunch snacks, midnight snack. Great little stop. Good restrooms. That was desperately needed. Our lunch spot, still another hour and a half. I'm sure the boys are waiting there with a 10-course lunch. A lot of clouds up above, but the sun is shining through. The atmosphere is still festive. Everyone's having a good physical challenge, mental challenge, but the spirits are good. It's quite an accomplishment to get this far. I have a little note concerning pace. Now, it's advised at these elevations to go slow and steady. Keep moving, even if it's one step a minute, you keep moving, because it's just better in the long run. That's not usually my pace. I usually charge for a little bit, rest, charge for a little bit, rest. But I'm trying to do this slow, steady pace. And then I run into an Aussie. Now this bloke was charging up the hill yesterday. I remember him. So I talked to him about it a little bit, and he said, pain is pain. Do you want to go slow and extend your pain for 10 hours? Or do you want to bust up and be in real pain for 4 hours, get to your destination and rest more? What's better? That's a personal thing. I have not found that balance yet. There are points where I'm really, really tired, and then I look up and I'm like, I could run that. And I could run that. And I have a couple sections. But then when I get to the top, I'm gassed. I got hands on my knees, breathing. But I usually catch my breath within just a couple of minutes. So what's better? That's up to you.
Oh, it's just free.
Ooh, yeah, very slippery.
Guys, watch out. Watch out, there is a snake here.
Made it to lunch. Look at all the lunch tents, all the different outfitters. We were kind of huffing it to get up here. Our pace probably doubled. Want to see our view for lunch? As soon as you walk into camp, you're always greeted with some sort of juice that they make here. We had a mango one, we had a pear, apple one, passion fruit, so good. The soup for the day is quinoa soup, but there's celery, barley, what else? Peppers. No, that's not barley, that's quinoa. Climbing up the next Inca site, and it's a place where they honor and worship water. And it's pretty impressive. Just a brutal downhill. Unless you're a porter and you just run. But we're not too far from camp, so we'll see you there. That was fun. Coming down, that's Machu Picchu Mountain. We saw it earlier when I was way up, but yeah, around the other side is the city we're looking for. Oh, and there's all this too.
That tomorrow we go around that triangle mountain. That mountain is called Machu Picchu. Not behind that mountain is the citadel of the ruins.
And which way do we go?
We go to the halfway of the mountain where the shed is.
Uh-huh.
We go around the right, and we have to go to the ridge of that mountain. It's located the Sun Gates. So from there, we will see the Machu Picchu tomorrow.
We just hit a little place called Inti, and it's a very aggressive terracing of the land, of the mountainside here. And this particular terrace section, this was all excavated, but it was used primarily for medicinal plants. A lot of it is, coca plants. Up there are a lot of terraces. I don't know if you can see some of those up there, but we'll get a better view here in a second. The terraces start right there behind me, and they continue down. If you can see it way down there, there's the what river?
Urubamba.
Urubamba River. There's also a train down there that I see. And if I turn a little bit, there's camp down there.
So that's it. But there's
One quick point, just to give you a little bit of a frame of reference on where we are. We stopped up there. That's where we went over the pass and came down this whole valley and then back up to where we were, and then now we're going down. But yeah, we were there earlier today. That's some distance.
high five.
But this whole campsite is terraced, so there's camps everywhere. And some of them are really big. Like up there, there's like 7 or 8 tents. The showers here, they are cold. They smell like poop. But I just opted for a warm sponge bath, and it works fine. But let's look at the shower building. Bathrooms are in there as well. I'm just gonna take a little walk through camp. Oh, you wanna see what's behind me? Yeah, that's our view from camp. And holy moly, there's a lot of tents here. And there are groups, huge groups, that were here before us. So we Had a little trouble finding a spot, but we took care of it. But all the different camps, all their cooks are working hard to get meals prepared. And here's just a little view. I mean, got all those tents there, this tent's there, tents there. And it's just, there's tents all the way, all over the place. And the food that they produce is it's just top notch. If you have special dietary needs, let them know, they'll accommodate. We're just gonna enjoy camp. Because tomorrow is Machu Picchu. It's a 3-mile hike from here at the gates. We leave at 3:30 a.m. Yeah, because it's a mad rush to the gate. It's been a great trip. I appreciate you coming along and following. But tomorrow we will conclude this epic Peruvian adventure. Oh my god, just getting done with dinner and they just hand us this like legit cake. Oh my goodness. And this is to celebrate completing the Inca Trail. And it looks amazing. Oh my goodness. You got it? Alright. Got up at 3:30 this morning. It was a quick tear down, no formal breakfast or anything like that. Just a bag of like snacks and fruits and some coffee this morning. And just a 2-minute walk down to the checkpoint where we all just sit in line. And the earlier you get here, the sooner you can cross and then make your 1.5, 2-hour trek to the Sun Gate. But yeah, the line has already started and we are not first. All right, so that quick 2-minute walk is going to turn into about an 1.5-hour wait because the checkpoint doesn't even open until 5:30, but the line starts very, very early. So right now, it's just hurry up and wait and enjoy the darkness and enjoy the people walking by. Well, you probably can't see me, but rangers finally showed up to the checkpoint. They're going to start letting people through here. And I haven't needed my poncho this whole time. And just now, at the very last minute, it's raining. We're through the gates. The rain has stopped. The second I put on my poncho, the rain has stopped, but I've been carrying this poncho the whole time. Never needed it to the last second. But from here, got a little bit of a walk, but it's a fairly easy walk. It is amazing how many people are out here. Usually we're all spread out amongst the trail, but then the checkpoint there acts like a dam, and the whole crowds of all the trekkers and hikers just build up in that last camp. We're all just sitting here, and as soon as they open up the checkpoint, we come flooding through, so we're all grouped together now. So whoever's in front is going slow. All right, starting to find some separation. A lot of people having to stop to take off ponchos or take a break. But compared to what we've done, this is pretty easy. It's just kind of rolling up and down. And if you can take off your poncho while hiking, it's a good idea. 4 days, thousands of meters, lots of it up, lots of it down. Getting to the home stretch of Machu Picchu. It is 5:45 a.m. We are in a cloud. There's our view. Pretty aggressive uphill at the end. I'm drenched, sweat. But this
Good job, everyone.
is the Sun Gate. We're up as high as we're gonna go today. Machu Picchu, right down there. Fabulous uphill this morning. Frank was saying that this part of the trail has a lot of energy, and I think it has a lot to do with the anticipation of seeing Machu Picchu. I don't normally hike with that kind of zest and zeal, but I probably passed 70 people today. All to see this for the first time, and you're sharing it with me. Thanks for coming along. So as we got to the top, we were presented with a few gifts, Killa Expeditions. So I'll leave details on their website and their outfit, and you can find out all about them. But if you're to come to Peru and do any treks, I suggest signing up with them. Their attention to detail is immaculate. So this morning, the plan was to get here in an hour and 20 minutes. We did it in 50 minutes, which is why I'm so sweaty. So I'm really glad I have a dry t-shirt. We were among the first to get to the Sun Gate, and now everyone's starting to pile in, and it's really, really crowded right up there. It's beautiful. But there's a few terraces here, and we were able to get down on one and come to the end. So there's not 5,000 people here. I don't necessarily mind people, but I don't necessarily like them either. We're making the descent down into Machu Picchu. The Inca Trail has been absolutely amazing, very challenging and rewarding at the same time. Gourmet, 5-star meals, service, awesome. The trail, amazing. The views, amazing. If you have any questions on the Inca Trail, let me know those questions down in the comment area below. Appreciate you following the journey through the Inca Trail. If you want to see part 1, I'll leave a link in the description. That'll cover the first 2 days of the trail. And then be sure to subscribe so you can see the descent down into Machu Picchu. Appreciate you coming along. We absolutely will see you on the next one.